Investors and traders, welcome to the channel. Today is 29th of April 2024. Hope everyone is having a good day. So we will take a look at the key US technology stocks that we like to follow on the channel. As always, this video is for educational purposes only. It's not a financial advice. So we'll start by taking a look at the stock of Tesla. This is the daily chart. And here, one of the things that I would like to point out is that when we did the video over the weekend, one of the possibilities we were looking for was this ABCD pattern. I haven't written it as ABCD. I think I will annotate it in the red line, small ones. Had a possibility for a really important low, and if we were to actually begin to close below the 38.2% retracement of this swing, this one to this one, excuse me, from this high to this high, which comes around 165, there was still a chance that we could actually move lower to maybe complete this bigger one in purple around 115. But what we have had is fantastic news come out for Tesla over the weekend, where Elon Musk made a surprise visit to China, and he has had really positive news coming from the Chinese market, where Tesla will be able to possibly offer the full self-driving options. And there were a few things with relation to the data, how it is actually um, stored, localized, and Tesla was listed as one of probably the only foreign company in this electrical vehicle space, which was listed under that. So the Chinese government did allow, which is a great news for Tesla, because the Chinese auto market is one of the biggest, um, uh, probably the second biggest market outside of United States for Tesla and also in general, I believe. So the key to this is that Tesla will be able to compete effectively, and it's also a market which is very competitive because there are many local competitors such as BYD, Neo, and they have also been able to offer really compete on price as well. And during the earnings call, Elon Musk has actually mentioned that in addition of robotaxis coming out, Tesla will also actually be working on producing cheaper cars. So that's going to be a new, um, how to put it, a new product line which will be coming out. It might actually replace some of the existing product line, but they will be working on bringing out cheaper Tesla cars, which could actually compete with the cheaper models available coming in from the competitors. So all of that great fundamental news. And from the technical perspective, looks like we might have seen a pretty important low coming on the 22nd of April. So I think with this kind of a move, really above like this does look like the 22nd of April was a pretty important low. Now, the key is where did the market actually go today? I'm going to clean up a little bit, so I'll just remove this one. I am also going to remove. Okay, let's actually remove this one as well, make it a little bit clear. So if we just go right back to this ABCD structure and we come to the low of the 22nd of April, the market went right to the 38.2% retracement of this. Previously, we had discussed that closing above 180 $185 per share level is going to be really positive for the stock. And the stock did close above that, and it's right at this 38.2% retracement, which is roughly around the $200 mark. So if the stock is able to get above that and close above that, that's going to be fantastic for Tesla. So we'll keep on watching this. I'm just leaving this as a question mark right here, and if we get above the 38.2% retracement, then I'm going to remove this purple line here, and we'll have this completed ABCD pattern mark D around here, and that would be a pretty good bottom which came in around 22nd of April. With that, let's move to Apple. So Apple was strong at the open. It rallied through the day, but then sellers came in, and what we see is I don't like the wick at the top of this. So, at one moment it was around 170, trading around $176 per share level, but it really closed around 173.50. So the sellers came in and then they started to sell the stock. And what it has done thus far is it's right at the 38.2% retracement of this swing high to this swing low of 19th of April. So yeah, Apple is showing some sign after getting to around $163 per share level, around 163.98. But it really needs to show better closes on closing basis. So far, it does appear that it is an attempt to rally, but the sellers actually come and take control. So not very convinced of this rally. And if Apple is actually going to go below 163, that opens up the door to $155 per share level. So this is what we are watching in Apple. Now let's take a look at Google. Here we go. So this is the stock of Google. It had a really big jump when the earnings came out on the 26th of April. Excuse me, it was the night of 25th of April when the earnings came out, and on 26th, this is what the price action looks like. Um, Big jump, but it closed lower for the day. Then follow up again today, 29th of April, Monday. Follow up to the downside. So now this kind of pattern formation that we see, it's actually an island reversal. It's a bearish pattern. This indicates that maybe there is a further selling pressure. Maybe there's a lot of profit taking around here. From our technical perspective, let me actually take you guys to the weekly chart. Actually, it's easily visible on the weekly chart. Here we go. We are watching for this $170 per share level because that was a pretty strong could potentially pretty strong resistance level, because we had the 1.272 expansion of this entire swing right here. So this is the BC swing, and for this smaller BC swing we also had the 1.618 expansion come in. Now Google is actually trading right into that zone between 170 to 195, where we have this bigger ABCD completed around here in the purple around 181, and above that 194 on the weekly chart. On the daily charts, we have this smaller ABCD, which could in fact see it go to about 182 as well. So we have a confluence of number of things coming together, which is telling us that for the stock of Google, one needs to, if someone is long, perhaps tighten up the stops or start using trading stops. Just an opinion, not a advice. Yeah, because of the number of confluence of Fibonacci ratios and patterns coming together. Also, I believe because of the advance in artificial intelligence. Now, this is just a hunch. I don't have any data to back it up. It's just my hunch. Uh, we might actually begin to see some of the impact of the artificial intelligence begin to come in some of these tech companies, where we could see some redundancies, because a number of roles could perhaps be easily done in some shape or form by the artificial intelligence. So those roles might get repurposed. So that's what the redundancies are about. Tesla recently already announced 10%. Some of the tech firms over the course of past year have already been restructuring. So we might begin to hear some of that news circulate as well. It's just a hunch, and that's why we are paying really close attention to certain kind of stocks in the tech space. Okay, now the other one let's take a look at is the Microsoft. Microsoft again a bearish close for the day. Here we go, and this is the weekly chart. This resistance level around 431 is pretty strong. And if we look at Amazon, Amazon also bearish close, but it had two really nice closes higher. So it did complete this bigger ABCD, but here we go. But looks a little bit stronger compared to some of the other ones. And then let's take a look at Shop, which is the also related to e-commerce. Yeah, it's also a bearish close. It could actually still go to 65. That's on the cards. Z scalar. Oops, this is soybeans. Excuse me. Z scalar did rally a little bit here. Needs to close above the 20-day moving average to be a little bit more positive. It did break our pattern that we were watching. It was a very nice pattern. I really liked it around 190, but it broke below that. So just pattern failed. And it went lower, in fact a little bit lower than the 61.8% retracement. Then let's take a look at Netflix. Here we go. Netflix is kind of consolidating, hanging around here just above the 38.2% retracement. But we had already taken a look at this on the weekly chart. This massive pattern completion around here. So not surprised if it pull back a little bit to 38.2% retracement. If it begins to break that level, then that opens up to further further price levels to the downside. And finally, we'll take, yes, nvidia. So here we go. I believe the earnings will be coming in uh, 22nd of May, so a little further away for the earnings. And here, yeah, this stock is looking today was an inside bar for this one, but the key thing is this stock is really trading at it's very close to about 61.8% retracement, and it's also doing a little bit of this small ABCD. Let me double check. Here we go. Yeah, so I think the stock is looking strong because it just closed above the 20-day moving average. But getting above the 61.8% would be pretty strong. So I believe it is facing some sort of resistance. Momentum seems to be improving if it's able to get above the 61.8% retracement. Comes around the 890. Then the weekly chart we did discuss about possibility of going as high as that level of $1,000 per share, even a little bit higher as well. That remains on the cards. And let's finally take a look at roblox. So the roblox is again a positive day close with this smaller abcd is in action, but it needs to get above this 37.49, which is also above the 20-day moving average for the momentum to improve as well, for it to make a stab at the $40 per share level. On the longer term, on the weekly chart, what we can see is that it's just been in a massive trading range, and we think if it's able to get above this, a lot of resistance around here. The 67.36 is 38.2% retracement, which is could be the target, but needs to get above a lot of resistance. So just a short quick video with the price action. Just mainly wanted to cover Tesla, Apple, and Google stocks. So thank you very much for watching the video. Good luck, good trading. Speak soon.